perfect. All right, y'all. We're using one box of some Betty Crocker vanilla cake. I always like to make sure it's moist because, y'all, there is nothing worse than a non-moist cake. But we're gonna add us a little banana cream jello pudding. Just the mixture though. We're gonna dump this right on in and we're gonna get it mixed on up before we start adding the rest of our little ingredients for this dessert. So I'm just gonna get my whisk and just kind of whisk through it all, y'all. This dessert is something that I have been craving for so long now that I decided, you know what? I guess it's time to share my secret. And that secret is Cool Whip, y'all. So we're gonna get out this Cool Whip and just get this all in here so we can mix this baby on up and just get to mixing and mixing and all this together before we start adding in our final ingredient. So this here is a delicious, easy 4-ingredient dessert, y'all. Okay, let's get this on out and get this all mixed up. Once it's starting to get a little doughy, y'all, let's add in our last and final ingredient, 1 egg. And y'all, we are gonna get to mixing this on up now, okay? So let's get that nice and incorporated before we can start baking these babies. All right, getting that little bits, trying to clean off this right here. But y'all, once it starts to look like a thick dough, y'all, that's when you know it is ready. So we're gonna get this, set it over here to the side. Got my dough here. I got my fancy little spoon. So I'm just, or ice cream scoop, not spoon. And so we're just gonna give us some nice little scoops right here on this greased up baking dish or cookie sheet. I always call it a baking dish, but y'all, it's all the same. So this pan will have, it's looking like 6 because these cookies are gonna be large, but it'll be the perfect size because once these babies cook, y'all, you ain't gonna want any other cookie. Do some powdered sugar. Now, sometimes you can just like dip the entire cookie, but y'all, I'm just gonna tap, tap, tap onto each one of these cookies. And that way, you know what? 2 hands might work better. That way I get a nice coating with half the mess. And my fingers aren't covered in powdered sugar like they normally would be. Okay? Then this just gets to go right back on in here. Save that for later. And y'all, because what would a banana pudding cookie be without some banana on it? Get a little knife, and I'm just gonna start slicing up some cute little slices. If I had my slicer right here with me, I guess that could have made it easier. But what I am gonna do, grab these babies on up, bring this back on in, and we're just gonna place a couple of bananas right on top for a little extra pizzazz for these treats. Now y'all, if you don't like banana pudding, you might not like this recipe, but for those of you who do, y'all, this is something your grandma has never taught you. And you know why? That's because she didn't want to share it with you. This one will save for the next batch, but y'all, these babies going in the oven. Oven is set to 350 and we're gonna leave them in there about 25 to 30 minutes, all right? Just enough till they puff on up. All right, y'all. Now the bananas did brown a little bit, but y'all, that is all right with me because what better way to have some banana cookies than some perfectly browned bananas like banana bread. So y'all, what I am gonna do Let's break this baby open. Oh, y'all, if that is not just perfectly moist and I guess I just get to eat it now. Y'all.